Ambush the Game podcast, and I got Vic one more time. I got him again, y'all.
Yes,
finally
sir.
caught up with him. I ain't seen him in a minute. I ain't heard, and I know y'all ain't heard him on the pod in a minute, but I found his ass today.
Hello, everybody.
All right, then. So, hey, let's jump right into it. I want to talk about something that we were both posting about earlier today, and that is these badass kids.
Yeah.
I got my theory on why I think they so damn bad. Do you have a theory on why you think they so damn bad?
Yeah. No structure. One of the things that, well, let me say it like this. We all grew up hearing this saying that it takes a village to raise kids. We done got rid of the village. We got rid of them goddamn daddies. And basically the black women are struggling by themselves. Men and women will agree that women can't raise boys. Maybe, they can do whatever they do because they're women and maybe can maintain the young ladies. But when it all said and done, I think we need two members in the family. I mean, it's not a family without that. And there's a lot of women that believe that they're strong and that they can handle everything. But I beg to differ because our young youth are struggling. They are being led to the slaughter. Mm-hmm. And the shit is really ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I have, for all my life, seen that there are very good black men out here, and you would be one of them that has been there with their kids.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Did what they need to do, raise them up to be young black men. I don't know why I put black in now.
Yeah.
But they colors change. They've been in the sun too goddamn long. But anyway, they need that father figure. And it's not just because I'm a black man. We could argue, women can feel however they want to feel. What we can do, and this is just real talk since people like to keep it fucking 100. Mm-hmm. Look at the results.
Okay, so I got a couple thoughts. I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
Okay.
I used to always have this saying: you take a thug, a gangster, and a thought. Mm-hmm. A thug or gangster, whichever one you prefer, and a thought will not produce you a rocket scientist.
I don't see any one of them sitting in there helping with homework.
That's right.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna come forward from that just a little bit and say this right here. If you know me, then you know I've been discounting the brothers for a long time. Mm-hmm. Simply because we haven't stepped up to the plate to do what we supposed to do, not all as a whole. Yeah. There's several thousands of great black fathers out there. I think statistically, it has been shown that black men are in the house more than a lot of the other race of men. But with that being said, there are still women out there choosing to sit on the same Pookies and Ray Rays carousel merry-go-round time and time again. Yeah. Now that is where I would say it's the leading cause of these badass kids today. Number one, no daddies, no good daddies. And then number two, the women still choose those same sorry ass dudes to procreate with over and over again. Mm-hmm. So therefore, you get a guy who ain't worth a shit, and you got a girl who's interested in that guy who ain't worth a shit because he got the latest pair of J's on or he hot in these streets. Yeah. And he already got 3 or 4 babies that he ain't taking care of. And you know this. Yeah. And you still make a baby. Yeah. Ends up with another lost child. Now, let me add this one on to it. This one I've been thinking about a lot here lately. Let me get your take on this one. It's in the same vein of things, but I think our generation of parents is the most fucked up generation of parents ever. And I'm saying that if for those that may hear this, let me see if you fit in this category. Mm. If you graduated high school between the years of 87 and 92, maybe even 94, your ass is in this category. Mm-hmm. You in there. And I'm gonna say 86. Okay. 86 to 94. If you're in that age range, if those were your high school years, yeah, and you got kids now, yeah. And if you have kids now and their kids have kids, you're definitely in this category. Mm-hmm. This category, to me, has produced more babies out of wedlock that have gone on for those. What's the word? They say bastard kids, right? Because you ain't married. But I don't want to go there. I don't want to be harsh. But those kids have gone on to have kids. So now you are a 45 to 52-year-old grandmama. Mm-hmm. And some of y'all, multiple grandmamas at that early of an age. Mm-hmm. Back to my point. My generation, or that group, high school graduates, did shit to form a family. Yeah. They started fucking. Yeah. And then started clubbing. Mm-hmm. And then when that kid got old enough, turned 3 or 4, that they could leave him off with somebody else, they started fucking again and had another one. Yeah. And so on and so forth.
Well, I would also add to what I experienced myself in high school. There was a big group of women in the neighborhoods. I'm going to just go ahead and say projects, where I knew none of those women was fucking with me. If I wasn't selling drugs, and that's the bottom line, it didn't matter if the drug dealer was 15 years older, 20 years older, they was chasing money. And those guys was fucking women, and they didn't care because it was more of a rep to be getting a fine chick or 3, 4, 5 fine chicks. They fighting each other. They having multiple babies. And then, unfortunately, there wasn't no goddamn retirement plans for the drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? And that time and frame has trickled down to this shit now. And I would believe that's not the only thing that affected it. Mm-hmm. Because we can go back to public housing, welfare, and all this other shit. They got women with their goddamn chest stuck out. They don't need no man. But I always say this one. If you don't need a man, why in the fuck do you still have 5 kids?
Well, that's easy, Dingle, from fucking. You remember that?
I'm gonna fuck. What you fucking? A man?
they gonna get that in, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think the government and the housing projects, those are systematic things.
Yeah.
That we got kind of put into. Mm-hmm. So I can't. I don't want to put as much blame on that as I don't want to make that a high percentage.
Because it
because you can get out of that.
Yeah, accountability and responsibility. I mean, even having sex don't mean you have to get pregnant.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you know, if you already in a situation where it's an uphill battle, being that you already in the project like we were, mm-hmm. and you already down a parent in the household like we were. Yeah. You just got one. You got a mama, right? You got other siblings, so they got to eat too. Yeah. The last thing I needed to do was to bring another baby in there.
Yeah.
We would definitely be fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to me, it's so many of our kids that brought babies home.
Yes.
And it's like, man, it has to be on us.
Yeah.
To be the fucked up ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't make a house, and some of us, man, I would argue, never even ever had a long-term relationship that they could even say was even a common law marriage. You know, a lot of these girls just been on and off dicks since they've been in high school.
Yeah.
And and could never show a boy or a girl any type of structure.
Yeah.
So back to your point about the structure thing. If you've never yourself had a meaningful relationship, I don't know how you can teach a son or a daughter. Definitely if you're a woman, teach a daughter how to have one.
That's true. And we're going to mimic what we see. We have people, cigarettes, alcohol, bad attitudes, gotta have that Cadillac, Jordan tennis shoes. Mm-hmm. We mimic that shit to death. You know what I'm saying? And don't let me throw the goddamn King Kong of all mimicking fucking bullshit that I can't stand to this day the goddamn weave. That shit is so goddamn deep now. It don't even make sense to even mention it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once it started, it just didn't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now you can get it all the way down to your butt, to your back of your knees, and some of them even having it dragging the floor. So yeah, you're right on that. When the weave is exploded, I mean, you walking through the airport. I've seen this one video. This girl walking through the airport with her braids dragging.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now I'm thinking to myself, now if this is a mother,
yes,
that child fucked.
She like a goddamn dragon walking through. A fucking dragon with a tail.
And now, you know,
yeah,
I know your hair stink, bitch. I just know it.
Yeah.
There's no way you could. Your hair probably smell like your long ass nails. Am I wrong for that?
No, you're not wrong for that. Matter of fact, if she pull it off the ground, probably got a few rocks inside the end
probably,
of it or something.
And some
you know
gum and shit.
Yeah. Probably somebody fucking parking ticket or something. You know.
Yeah. She ain't gonna be able to get out of the airport.
But we personally, I have grown to accept it. But personally,
you ain't got a choice. You like most other men.
Yeah, I have seen a comment that was mentioned because I'm gonna get off the weave thing. I seen a comment that was mentioned from a young lady that said that think about the women who take all the time to press and do all the prep they do to the weave, but their first argument to hair weave was that they didn't want to really do their hair. It was too inconvenient.
It's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now they doing the most with fake fucking hair. And that got to be some kind of goddamn mental illness on some level. You know what I'm saying?
That's so damn good. I have to think about it some more.
Yeah. It's like having a pair of shoes that you found with holes in them and it was dirty. And even if you wash them, they don't come clean. I mean, mind you, I said it got a goddamn hole in it. But you go buy some new shoestrings and put in there.
That's a step up, man.
It's like it's not really worth it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna make this shit work.
So all of those mindsets, to me, the weave, the lashes, the nails, the too skinny, the too small outfits when you know you plump.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get me wrong, ladies. I'm not saying that you're not entitled to making yourself beautiful. I'm with you on that. It's the fact that a lot of you don't know how far to go. And that, to me, is an issue. Now, when that issue gets communicated down to the babies, they don't have a proper standing, a proper understanding to deal with the world because they're going to see it through the way that you see it, which is fucked up, in a nutshell. When you talk about, I get my hair done every so often, my hands and nails. So what priorities are you setting for the child if you say that I got to get this done every 2 weeks, or if a man can't do this, he can't be around me? What does that tell that little girl? Now, I want to make sure that everybody that's hearing this knows I'm not by no stretch of the imagination saying that some sorry ass bum who laid up and put the seed in there is not part of this and shouldn't get a talking to too. The reason why I don't talk to them that much or about them that much is because I have no use for them. You ladies should be joining me in that, but not only are you not, you still fucking them. And you still producing kids that my tax dollars still had to take care of, and then you talk shit to me in the drive-thru.
Yeah. And you catch multiple videos on social media. It's ridiculous that women are so goddamn proud to say how fucked up their mindset can be. Because when I, as a man who's responsible, who don't mind getting up, going to work every day, and don't have kids, for me to even want to lay down with a woman that says that if I'm working and I'm being responsible, I'm fucking lying. Okay then, go ahead and fuck the dude that ain't got to get up in the morning. And then, you know, you proud of that. Let him have it.
We done pretty much laid at the feet of the women the reason why our kids are fucked up. We basically put all the blame on them. Why are we doing that? Are we doing that because the dudes ain't shit? Or we just, I know from my perspective, I'm saying that the women are the last hope. Mm-hmm. And they're failing terribly.
Yeah.
Just the dudes been gone.
Yeah.
And so just make sure y'all understand that. I don't talk about the dudes because there ain't shit to talk about.
Yeah.
When y'all say ain't no good men, I can argue and do like y'all to say, don't say all. Don't say all.
Yeah.
I'm smart enough to realize that all don't mean every black guy.
Yes.
But you, if I say women don't do this, you won't jump down my throat and say, you can't say all women.
Yeah.
Understand this. I'm saying here that if a guy doesn't take care of his kids, he knows that those are his kids, and he wasn't tricked, he wasn't fooled, you didn't go get the condom out the trash and mm-hmm. put it inside. You ain't do it wasn't nothing crazy. Then I have no respect for that man. Mm-hmm. But if you knew he wasn't shit before you sat down on top of him, hey, it's on you.
Yeah.
I got to put it down.
Yeah. And I would like to throw this one in there. And it's like the craziest shit I've heard, which leads right back down this road. Some kind of magical way women allow their mind to make them believe that maybe they got some kind of special thinking. They so goddamn different from the rest of the women, or either they got some kind of magic coochie they just took out the pack when they got ready to fuck with a guy who already had 19 fucking kids, and she was, I guess, fucking slow enough to have number 20. How in the fuck in your whole life you gonna make that shit make sense? And then you get the same shit they got. You cannot fucking complain.
Well, they will though.
Yeah. And you know what the baby dad ought to say? Gotcha, bitch. I mean, you didn't see that coming?
They never see it coming, man. They never see it. Well, they claim to never see it coming. You know, because God didn't tell them. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. I should have said that, but that was
Look, let me move over a little bit. Something going to hit you. Don't you be speaking that religion talk, man.
Another thing that we got to touch on that you said, but I want to make sure we don't gloss over about talking about these women so bad.
Yeah.
I absolutely love running y'all down. Let's be clear on that.
Yeah.
The guys, I've already talked about them. So if y'all missed the days and years when I was running them down, it's too bad. If you're mad at me now because I'm always talking about your ass, then I can't help you. But it's on you now.
Yeah.
So I got to get you. Now, of course, I know I'm not talking about all women. So those of you that this don't apply to, we all right.
Yes.
But the rest of y'all hoes.
The rest of them hoes.
The rest of them hoes. I'm just playing. I'm
There's
just
some
fucking
hoes
with you,
in
baby.
this world.
I'm just fucking with you, baby. But you did touch on structure. I'm telling you, if you don't have one of the parents there, one strong parent that has an understanding of what needs to happen so they don't produce that same mistake, so that kid don't make the same mistake or fall in the same or have the same pitfalls that they did, they can correct that with some, well, they can put them in the right direction with good structure.
Yes, that's true.
Because I do know that there are some single moms out there that are pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying?
They doing their best, and we appreciate you. And they love their kids just like all the rest of the women say they love their kids. But it's a certain type of love where you okay with your children going to prison or you burying 4 out of 5. That shit ain't the love that anybody needs, because they need a chance.
They are at least owed that, right? Mm-hmm. You done did what you needed to do to get them here. Yeah. So it's also your responsibility, guy and girl,
Yeah.
To make sure that they have a chance at winning at this thing called life. It's tough enough for anybody.
Yes.
And it's even tougher for those of us that come up under a certain set of circumstances.
Yes. And this is one for all the ladies. I hope y'all can take this in the way that I mean it. Men, at least men that I know, and I can't speak for every man, but there's a big group of men that really can understand when they don't fucking know better. It's some out here still nutty as a fucking, they just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? There's just all to it. But like me as a man, if I do something wrong and I see that shit didn't work for me, I can admit to I fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna have to get out y'all feelings. Y'all gonna have to say, other than, yeah, I had children by a fucked up dude. Y'all gonna have to say y'all don't know what y'all doing with these children and seek help from your big brother that you can't stand this motherfucker to tell you the truth because you be wanting to rip his fucking eyes out, but he can save your goddamn children's life. Y'all need men who give a fuck, men that will tell you even if you don't like it and you don't want to go around them no more. Tell somebody you need some goddamn help and stop fucking.
I'm gonna add this to it though. If you are a dad, well, yeah, I'm gonna say dad, but I'm using that term loosely because if you haven't been there, you haven't been a dad.
Yeah.
If you haven't been a dad and you know that you have kids out there, you are missing out.
Yes.
I wouldn't trade anything for my boys. I absolutely love being a dad. And they're both grown now, and I still miss the days where I had them both hanging off of me and I'm running around, playing with them and buying bikes and putting bikes together. And those are just days that are just burned into my mind that I sit back and still reminisce on. So you're missing out if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Secondly, I would say this. Regardless of what she did to put you in that state of mind that you don't give a fuck, your kid or kids deserve better. Mm-hmm. When they get older, you can explain to them the whole story from your perspective and let them build a relationship with you based off what they know now as an adult. Also, with that, over the years, I'm sure if their mom was as fucked up as to them as she was to you, they're going to see that too. Mm-hmm. So you may not have to explain anything. The point is, those kids, however they got here, whatever your level of participation was, if you just thought you was going to get a one night stand, or you wasn't there to be married, but you wanted to date and kick it, but you didn't expect no kids, even down to the point of where you told her, hey, I understand you pregnant, I appreciate you telling me, but I don't want no kids, and she decided to have the child anyway. Whatever the circumstances may be, that child still deserves to have both parents that care and love for them, even if they're not together. Mm-hmm. So if you're a man out there and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, this is for your sorry ass. Get your ass up and go take care of that child. Don't let the system take your license and everything else away. You rather go through that than to just step up and be a dad. I know some of you bastards out there be mad as hell when that kid gets that college scholarship or gets drafted, and now you want to show up and say, I've been there the whole time with Man.
Yeah.
Man know I used to throw that football to him back in the day. You ain't did shit, boy. Quit playing. Now you just want to cash in on the good part now. But if you cash in, the cashing in is when that little fella or little lady opens their eyes and you know that they're here.
Yes.
You done won right there, bro.
Yeah.
You just got to navigate the waters with the mama. Don't rob that kid of an opportunity to get to know you and your side of the family because you got something to prove to that chick. So with that being said, hey, Ambush the Game podcast, man. Question everything you think you know.